Hey, good evening, everybody. I wanted to do this YouTube video, and I just got today's message that I got today. I was on a 2 hour call. I wasn't expecting to be on there that long. I was actually cooking and then going ahead and listening to what this lady was talking about, dealing with how to have your kids listen to you. I wanted to share what I thought about the message that she had said for 2 hours. I did get a lot of information. I gathered a lot of information on what she was saying, but she was really talking about how when kids try to get our attention. I wrote down some notes, and she was saying that majority of the time when our kids are trying to yell or scream, it's because we're not meeting their needs. And so when we're not meeting their needs, they're trying to get our attention by yelling or screaming or things like that. And another thing is building a good connection with emphasizing to your needs, their needs. And so we always want to know, like, why our parents never validated our needs. And this really it really got to me, because it made me realize that now I see why I didn't get my needs met as a child. And so because my mother was always she was always doing stuff for us, but my father, he was the exact opposite, where he did not, give a lot of time and effort and validating my needs. And so as I got older, it was ingrained in my mind. It was stuck in my head. And so when you're telling your kids that you don't have time for stuff, and I know I do this a lot too. When I get upset, I say, "Oh, I don't have time to get this done," or "Why are you being so difficult?" and things like that. And so the message that I clearly wanted to get across to a lot of people is that when we're going through different struggles with our kids, it's important to understand that you're not the only one. And I realized that after watching that and getting on to another video call, and listening what she had to say about relationships, because that I was listening on to what she was saying, and her ideas of what relationships are and why. Now, there's a connection. If a lot of times, if you grow up in a toxic household, your needs are really not going to get met, and it's harder to grow relationships with people when your needs are not met. So that all made sense to me now, as far as to why a lot of this generation that we come up with, we're dealing with generational curses. That's really what it comes down to. If you're not getting your needs met as an adult, and you're wondering why you're a late bloomer and things like that, it's because your needs have not been met. You have to be able to relate to your kids, and relating to them means building a relationship with them, not cutting them off, and just really understanding that, they have needs, and we all want respect. And as adults, we definitely want respect, because that comes into our adulthood. And so when I was listening on to that, it made me really think about why my relationships wasn't clicking. Um I didn't know that before. And it was like I was screaming for that attention. And back then it was a lot different for me, because I was totally the opposite of what I am now, which now I'm more aware of what I'm needing, and I'm not as, demanding, and I don't get, very clingy as much as I used to be, because now I know what my standards are. I know what I'm looking for. I know my sense of value. But as children, we don't get that concept. We're going to do just about anything to get our parents' attention. If we're not getting it at home, we may get it from, some kind of social aspect of our lives. And which I always used to say, my friends were like my family. And as an adult, that's what it was. If your needs weren't met, you had to find it somewhere. You know what I mean? And so it really related to the things that I was going through. So when children often don't see the world the way we view the world. Children's world is a world of imagination. They're in their stages, like my son's in his stage. And adults, some adults still are not grown yet. Some adults have no filter. Some adults really don't care. And that's where the art of really just creating a better view of yourself and working in the areas that you need to. Because, like, when I was doing my vocal lesson yesterday, I was working on my pitches. I was working on, how to my posture, and just different things. And my vocal coach was telling me. So, we all have the concept in our heads about what we need to do and how we need to practice stuff. And just like parenting is practicing. So don't expect anybody who's telling you they're the perfect person as a parent is lying to you. Because after what I saw, I was like, she said she was feeling the emotions. She felt like, she had her times where she just would, it looked like she was just really upset and overwhelmed and frustrated. So if you're that type of parent, I think we all have that mentality of being the disciplinary. But if you're not coming from a perspective and understanding what your child is going through, then it's going to take more time for you to grasp that idea of what you feel like is important for you and your mind space about how you're going to interact with your child. And so, anyways, I just wanted to make this quick YouTube video. I hope you guys found some valuable information as to far as what I said. There is a book that is written. I've got a lot of great books. I need to start posting some more YouTube content, because I think that would help out a lot of people. I will post some different links on here about Dr. Richard's book. It's a book on psychology and how to deal with kids. Really, really inspirational stuff here, people. It's called Self Determination, and it's basic psychological needs and motivation development and wellness, which is one of my favorite things. I love, love, love psychology. Could not do without it. Um, there's also a book called Why We Do What We Do, Understanding Self Motivation. If your child, because I think every child has their intuition, and it's just common that most kids are driven by what they see and what they hear. So, anyways, I hope you guys were able to get some good some value out of this YouTube video. That's my main reason of why I'm making this video. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your week, as it goes by pretty quickly. I mean, we're off to the weekend now. Anyways, you guys have a good one.